Why is the Decreto Salvini that requires the language for citizenship for spouses is unconstitutional? I'm going to explain to you in a while. These are my two areas of expertise. I'm a political scientist, constitutionalist. At the same time, I have taught bilingual education for 2 decades, and I'm also a multilingual speaker. So, Constitution 1948, 139 articles that regulate citizenship, right to vote, labor and economic rights, family and education, freedoms, different types of freedom, just like the amendments here in U.S., separation of powers and governance and so forth. So every right that's regulated by the Constitution, it's a constitutional right. So he has to abide by the Constitution. So far, so good. So if there is a constitutional court ad hoc. Article 3 of the Constitution states, I'm telling you verbatim, all citizens have equal social dignity and are equal before the law without distinction of sex, race, language, religion, political opinion, personal or social conditions. Social conditions. Article 3. Therefore, learning a language is complex. It's very difficult. Putting academic standards to a citizenship right is doubtful, since learning a language is very difficult. It can be complex. Elderly applicants really face greater challenges. We know the older you get, the harder it is to learn a language. What about an individual with cognitive and learning disabilities? They, for whom achieving a B-1 level may be an obstacle unsurmountable. Moreover, how about those people who cannot afford classes? They cannot afford to take lessons. So, in summary, I believe it's discriminatory. It's discriminatory because of the reason that I told you. Because B1 language requirement creates disparities, inequalities. It doesn't respect the Article 3 of the Constitution that states nobody can be discriminated basically on social conditions. In other words, it burdens groups that are more vulnerable. Kids or adults with learning disabilities, adults with not financial means to take classes. That's the first base of the discourse over here. Equally important is the infringement to the Article 29, as verbatim states that natural society founded on marriage. Actually, I'm not quoting, I'm just summarizing. It guarantees its protection. So the B-1 requirement for spouses of Italian citizens creates significant obstacle that delay or prevent the full recognition of citizenship for actual spouses. That's my case. I have tons of clients whose spouses were not able to attain a citizenship because of that requirement. It also imposes bureaucratic and financial burdens that constrain family stability. So Italy is a republic founded on family ties, on family connections, family unity. Thus, this requirement violates the principle. Finally, they use this Decreto 2018 as a retroactive applications. So they went ahead, and even though applications were presented earlier, they applied this decree. It's not a decree, this law. Also for those applications that were entered, accepted much earlier. Can do that. What about stripping the spouses then? How far back do you want to go with that kind of clause and limitation and restrictions? You tell me. I'll take that back. There is another point, which is Article 22, that states that no one may be deprived of their citizenship for political reasons. The B-1 requirement does not revoke citizenship, but indirectly limits access to the citizenship right by imposing, according to my opinion, disproportionate and arbitrary barriers. Because citizenship is not a legal status, it's a fundamental right that facilitates social inclusion, identity, and the exercise of civil and political rights. That's my case, and I will take any cases to the Constitutional Court, have them decide whether, that's my opinion, only my opinion. I want to know the judges. What do they think? Is this requirement on the Decreto from 2018 in compliance with the Constitution or not? Let's see. I will bring, as soon as I have a case, and I'm accepting cases for spouses, and then we can go all the way. It's only one step. You don't have to wait to 3 levels of constitutionally granted appeals, degrees of appeals in Italian court. We can go straight to the Constitutional Court. Now, me, I'm not an attorney. With my collaborating attorneys, I'm a political scientist. I'm not an attorney, but I collaborate with attorneys, so they'll be their job to do that. And I forgot to mention the European Convention of Human Rights, which protect the right for the family and privacy and family life, and prohibits discrimination. Article 14 of the ECHR. So there's a need for constitutional review of this limitation of the citizenship. Stay tuned, and then we'll connect this with a minore ordinance. If this is unconstitutional to me, can you imagine stripping a minor 120 years later and upholding a 1912 law, bypassing the Constitution, bypassing 1992 law? This is a good opportunity also for us to deepen our understanding and knowledge on constitutional laws, countries, governments, effects on people, retroactivity, privacy, family, and so forth. So it's always a learning environment. It's always great to learn, to deepen our understanding into different areas of constitutional laws and government operations. Stay with me. Stay safe. Always. Ciao, ciao, arrivederci.